Hey friends, Megan McIntosh here. Welcome to this video. I am looking to talk to you about my projects, but also your projects and how to get more things done in your day. Now, my hair is like it's flyaways here. That's the winter for you. For some reason my live is showing upside down. So let me just go in the group and just see really quickly if it's showing on the side or if I'm looking okay here. 2 seconds. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's enjoying their November. I know if you're in the States, it's coming up to Thanksgiving. In Canada, we already had our Thanksgiving. We had it at the second weekend of October. So we are, okay, it's all good. All right, good thing. I don't know why it looked like it was upside down for me. We already had our Thanksgiving, so it's just a regular weekend for us here in Canada, but we're always watching what's going on in the States, and especially we still get Black Friday sales and lots of things going on during this weekend. So yay, everybody in the States celebrating in a couple days Thanksgiving. Maybe you'll be able to see your family and friends, close loved ones. So okay, so I'm sure at the holiday season, December and November is one of the busiest times of the year. I know for me, there's certain times of year that I always find busy. I find the December is busy, September seems to be busy, January busy. There's certain times of year where you just feel maybe more overwhelmed, more parties, more events, more activities, more projects that you need to wrap up. And it may seem sometimes that you can't get everything done in the day. So I wanted to talk to you about the system that I use specifically to get more done and to work on my projects and how I organize my projects versus my daily activities, so I know what I should be doing every single day versus a project maybe that I'm going to be working on that I need to spend time to work on, and it might not be something that you get done right away, right? So this is what I do. Hopefully this will help you. I don't know if you're like me, but I am someone that gets very distracted. So I have a tendency to start a lot of things. And in the past, I would just always be starting new things. And I was a really great starter, but not the best finisher. And I think this is a very common trait among entrepreneurs and creative types, where we have a billion different ideas, so many visionary things, but it's sometimes hard to cross the finish line on the project because maybe it gets more tedious as it goes. Maybe there's new things we have to learn. It can get stressful, that kind of thing. So this is what I do. I actually have different ways of working, and this is something that I have just recently done that I find really helps me. So I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I feel like it's about to sneeze, but you know what I mean. Okay, so first off, I use something called Trello. Trello is my project management system of choice. Now there's so many out there, so you can choose what you want to do, but I use Trello. There's also Asana, ClickUp. What else? There's so many of them. Can't think of them all. Basecamp. There's just so many different ones. So use the ones that are best for you. Use the ones that you like, that work for your personality. I found that Google Docs and Trello are where I do most of my work. And so that's what I like to play in. I like to play with Google Docs and put things in Google Docs and my systems in Google Docs and Trello. So that's what I do. So I have systems for everything as well as my projects. And one of the things that project management does is it helps you organize the projects that you have in your life as well as in your business, so that you can do them in the time that you want and really plan for your upcoming launches and plan for programs that you're putting out, more new courses and that kind of thing. So I'm not going to share my screen, but I'm going to read a little bit off of what I do for project management and how I organize my projects, so that you can maybe take these ideas and use it in your own project management system in the way you work. So first off, I have a Trello board, and it's basically a project management board where I can just add and take away things, and I have different sections. So the first section is today's projects. So what I do is I have a specific place where I decide what are the specific projects I'm going to work on today. And with Trello, you can always move different projects around and almost like little notes. I put notes in there. And so I'll have today's projects. Now, I usually only put a few things in there because if I have too many projects going on at the same time on the same day, I'll get distracted. I really focus. So I find that if I can work on a project even half hour minimum to an hour to 90 minutes, that is a good amount of work on a project. Now I might do more than that, but it really just depends on my day. But if I have too many projects in there, it might take away time from other things I need to do, like my daily activities that I do every day. And so by only having maybe 1 to 3 projects max per day to work on, then you're golden. If you have too many things and it turns into a to-do list of projects, it just becomes overwhelming and you might not want to do them. Now, even if you just have to want to work on one project that day, and knowing that you're going to be moving other items to the projects the next day, you don't feel like you have to make it a to-do list. So I used to use to-do lists, but I find that with to-do lists, it's just too overwhelming for me. I feel that I have all these things. I need to do this. So what I do is I break things up into steps, which makes it so much better for me. And then I can move things into today's project. So I'll have a today's project section, and then I'll choose what are the specific projects I want to work on today. So it might be 1 to 3 projects max that I'm going to spend maybe 30 minutes on or an hour and a half on. And then that's what I'll do the day, put it in my calendar for that specific project I'm going to work on. So let me give you some ideas, okay, for what I have in here. So for instance, I have a project called Offer Creation Business Foundations course. So I have this kind of sales, marketing course, general business course that I'm working on. Now, I have a lot of modules I'm going to be teaching in there, and it's a whole course, and I need to brainstorm what goes in the course. So that can be overwhelming, right? Like, oh, I want to start a new course. I want to create a course. If you just literally have that as what you're supposed to do, you probably will like constantly move that out of wanting to do that if it was on a to-do list. But if you have it in your head that I'm going to give myself 30 minutes to an hour and a half to work on this project, then you get a little bit of done every single day, or if you choose to do it 3 times a week or something like that. So that's what I'll do is I will put it into the project area today, and then when I'm not working on it, I have another section that's called coaching projects. So that is the stuff that I'm going to work on my business. So if I decide not to work on it today, I move that project into my coaching project section. And if I feel like working on a different project, that's in my coaching project section. So basically, in a sense, all the projects are going to be in my coaching project section. And then the projects I decide to work on for the day go into today's projects. And then I work on that for half an hour to an hour and a half, and then I move it back to coaching projects, and I decide what am I going to work on that day. So that way, I know what my ongoing projects are. They don't get lost. They're not just in some random to-do list on a piece of paper or in an Excel file. They're in a project section on my Trello board. I literally name the Trello board projects, and then I feel that all my ideas are in a place. They're captured. And I think that is a key thing for creatives and entrepreneurs is because you have so many ideas, you need a place to capture those ideas so that you can go back to them, so that you just don't have this great idea, you start working on it and you ignore your other projects. The idea is capture your ideas, create a project for that idea. If you decide to, work on it, fine. If not, it'll probably just stay in the projects area forever and it will never go into today's projects. But at least you have a place to capture your ideas. So that's what I do. I basically use this projects board to capture my ideas, and then I make that decision either the night before or the week of, it really depends on, what I'm working on. What is that project I'm feeling that I want to work on? And obviously, if you have deadlines for specific projects, you will put that more into today's projects, and you will know, okay, I gotta keep working on this project because the deadline's coming close, right? So what are the things that you decide you want to work on in your business? What are the projects that you're excited about? Do you have a place to capture those projects? And how do you then go about taking action and executing on those projects? So I have, like I said, I have a today's project section. I have, you're welcome. I have a coaching project section. And then I also have these other sections that I wanted to share with you. So I have business items to buy. So for instance, this is items that I want to buy in my business. So my ring light has been broken forever, although I just got a part to fix it, which I fixed it, but it's really not 100% working, so I got to fiddle around with it more. But what I had done is in the business items to buy, I had written the part that was missing on my ring light. It's actually a common thing of this ring light I have, and other people buy these ring lights, and on Amazon they're like, it always breaks, and then you're made to buy this part. And it's so true, because it happened to me too. But anyway, I ended up, I had business items to buy. You have the business items to buy. I have that beside my coaching project. You can call your project your business area. It could be business projects. You don't have to call it coaching projects. I just call it coaching projects for my coaching business. But you might want to call it business projects and then business items to buy. And you just have a list of items. Now, you're not always going to buy them. So for instance, on my business items to buy, I also have 2 box lights, which I want to kind of set up my room where it's like a ring light and then 2 box lights. But I actually recently bought another light that's in front of me that is a square diffused kind of light. So the box lights are kind of maybe. Like I don't know if I'm going to buy them because I don't think I need them, but I'm kept keeping them in there anyway, just because maybe one day I'll want to buy them, and because I like a place to put my ideas. So the 2 box lights was an idea for me to get those box lights. This was before I bought my ring light, and this was before I bought that diffused light. Actually, I think I thought about the box lights at the same time of buying the ring light. I looked at a setup online of how to do like YouTube videos, and it said get a ring light and 2 side box lights. I'm like, I'm gonna get that set up. And then I ended up just getting the ring light. Didn't get the box lights because I'm like, it's a pain in the butt, like too much lighting. I'm not like, I don't know. But then I decided to keep that, right? Keep that idea. Maybe one day I will want those 2 box lights, right? So I kept that idea there, and then I ended up going to some other, like a Best Buy kind of place, but it wasn't a Best Buy. It was another kind of place where you can buy electronics. I ended up buying this really cool lamp. It's this lamp that is, I guess it's kind of a new thing, and it won this award, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy that. And it's kind of like a regular lamp that you can sit on a desk, and it's like a square, and it's got a diffused light, so it's a really bright lamp but diffused, so you're not like, I can't see. So anyway, so I have, let me just go over it again. I have today's project section, coaching projects, but you can call it business projects, and then business items to buy. Okay, so then this is the place where you capture ideas and projects. The next on my Trello board is I have personal projects. Okay, obviously, right? So that could be personal projects that you need to do around the house. It could be personal projects that you want to get done. Like I have here, haircut with that guy in Clarkson. Okay, so there's this guy pre-pandemic. I mean, I got my haircut when we opened up to get haircuts, but because of the pandemic, a lot of hairdressers were booked up because, everyone's running to get the haircut. So this guy was like booked up, I don't know, like 6 months in advance, which is nuts. I don't even know his name, so I just have that guy in Clarkson. So what I have to do is I have to go find this Facebook group where they mentioned this guy that he did haircuts. And I just, for some reason, want to try and get a haircut with this guy. Although the last person that did my hair the other, a few months back was actually really good. And I don't know if I want to get my haircut just yet, but it's something that I want to maybe do in the future. So I have it in there. What else do I have on here? I have Mother Pluckers. It's where I actually get my eyebrows done. Although I don't need to get my eyebrows done now, maybe in a month or a couple weeks, but I always have that in the personal projects just because I need to get my eyebrows done every few weeks or so, maybe every 6 weeks. So I always have Mother Pluckers in there. I always have like haircut, something like clean microwave, like random stuff like that. Get rid of paperwork, get rid of clothes because I want to do things around my house to get rid of some of my clothes. So have those personal projects, right? And everybody knows going in your garage, getting rid of stuff, or going in your closet, getting rid of clothes. Nobody wants to do that. So I have the personal projects. When I'm ready to work on it, I move it into my today's projects, right? Okay, another thing, I have personal items to buy right beside the personal project. So this is the same idea of business items to buy, but for personal, right? So for instance, I have here buy a face highlighter, which is, I don't know if you ever see YouTube people, but they do these like highlighting with makeup. Now, I think I wrote this on like maybe a year ago. It's not something that I really need, but something that I thought would be fun to get one day. I just haven't bought it because I haven't really done the research for it that much. But also I have personal items to buy is Christmas gifts. So for each person that I need to get a Christmas gift for, I literally have Christmas gift dash their name, right? So that I know who I need to get Christmas gifts for, so that it's on my personal items to buy. And then when I'm ready to go buy them, I go buy them. So this is like so simple to organize this way, as a way of like brain dumping the things that you need to do. But I really think that it helps because it's just a way to organize your life, but organize your business at the same time, so that you, when you have an idea to do something, or when you have an idea you want to buy something for your business or your personal life, you can just drop it in your projects and then you can work on it. I'll give you some other areas on the project that I put on here. So I also have, let's see here, in progress and completed tasks, upcoming workshops, and event. And I also have like a gift certificate section, because to be honest, I always get gift certificates for the holidays or my birthday, and I don't always use them on time. So I literally have like 5 different gift certificates in here, and I haven't finished using them. Also because of the pandemic, right? I have like a spa gift that I haven't used because we were locked down for so long. I had movie tickets, lingerie gift card, LCBO gift card, which is a liquor gift card, which I don't really go to the liquor store. I don't really drink, so I'll maybe give that away to someone for Christmas. I have a restaurant gift card. So I have these gift cards here because otherwise I don't remember. Like I know it sounds like, what, Megan, how do you forget these things? But you know, they're in my wallet, or sometimes they're in a card, and they're just like different places. So when I have them in my project area, it reminds me that I have these gift cards. I know, nuts, but hey, this is how I do my life, right? So I make sure that any gift card I get, I write it down in my projects area so that I know, don't forget to use this gift card. Because I went to this restaurant that I have a gift card the other day, and I got it for my birthday, and my dad said, because he gave it to me, he's like, oh, have you used that gift card yet? I'm like, no, and I literally went to the restaurant without the gift card. So there you have it. Need to start using these gift cards. And so if you have a project section, I'm looking at my project section every single day, right? Every day I go into it. So it takes your mind to remind you the things that you need to do. Oh, I gotta remember to use that gift card. I remember to do this. So I have another section for personal. I'm gonna give you another tip that really helps. So for instance, I had a project in here on my today's project. Someone was doing volunteering for me. And I had an idea. I'm going to send them a Starbucks card, right? A Starbucks gift card. Okay, so I wrote in a project Starbucks gift card, but think about it. The way to get projects done is to break them into pieces. So for instance, look at all the steps that you need to do this. You might have to go buy the Starbucks card, right? So I actually already bought the Starbucks card. Then you got to get the card for the Starbucks card. Then you got to write in the card. Then you got to get a stamp. Then you got to mail it, right? Like you can have an assistant to do that, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, this is an idea of taking a project apart and getting it done. So you can either have the full project in there, for instance, send the thank you card with the Starbucks inside, or if you're the type of person that needs things broken up, break them apart. I learned this tip for someone that was talking about health and fitness, and they said a lot of people, they have trouble getting to the gym. They're really good when they're at the gym and they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I worked out. But getting themselves to the gym, getting their heads wrapped around it was really frustrating and hard. And so what they said is they said break that up. So what you do is the day before or the night before, get your gym clothes out. Have your gym clothes organized by your door, or say you're going to work, by wherever you're going to go to work. I mean, most of us work from home. I mean, not most of us, but I know I do, and a lot of people do. But let's pretend you're going to work. Maybe bring your gym clothes to work. This was back pre-COVID, and they were talking about bringing your gym clothes to work, and most people go to work, right? So they said, okay, pack your gym clothes and have the time in your schedule when you're going to go to the gym. If you're going to do it with a personal trainer, or if you're working out in a class, pre-book it, right? So it's like there's all these mini steps before a project, but and that's why we don't do something, because we're like, oh, I'm going to the gym, I don't really want to do that, I have to do all these things. So if you pre-plan what you need to do for each project, you're gonna get it done. And I know this seems so basic, but I'm telling you, if you're a creative type, if you're a visionary, You have 100,000 things going on in your head. You have all the different things that you need to do all day long. You have other people asking for your attention. You have responsibilities in your home. Maybe you have a family, maybe you have a partner, maybe you have kids. Like, you're like dragged everywhere. So you need a place to put your project, your personal and your business projects, in one place, and a way to constantly see them so that they don't get out of sight, right? Out of sight, out of mind. If you're not thinking about what you want every single day, if you're not looking at what you need to do every single day, you're likely not going to do it. And so that's why it's always important to have a project section, or if you're better, if you want to just put them in your calendar right away. Okay, let me just see if there's anything else on my projects that I wanted to talk about. Oh, I also have a waiting for, I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I did, but I can't remember. I have a waiting for response. So if I have a project that, okay, for instance, say I emailed someone and I'm waiting for response from them, I will put waiting for response in that section, because I could put it into completed tasks, but if I'm waiting for a response, it's technically not completed, right? And so I will have a waiting for response for people that I've already emailed. So there's a few people in here that I've emailed that I'm waiting for a response from. And so I'll put that into waiting for response. And I will also put the date that I maybe emailed them. Now you can use a customer service manager for this, so a CRM to do this. But if it's like for a project, you might want to put it in your project system. Really, you can do it any way you want, but I have this waiting for response in here because some projects I need other people's help on, right? Maybe you have a virtual assistant or a team that's helping you and you're waiting on them for something to help you with your project. And then I have a in progress section and completed tasks. And what I do with completed tasks is once I'm done a project, I put it in completed tasks, and then a couple days later, I just delete it. So I just get rid of it. I just like to have it in there, like to move it in the beginning, and then I get rid of it. So the way Trello works is you can archive something after it's finished. So then just archive it after. So that's all I have. It's like super simple. It's, you know, something that you can think about doing if you want. I'll just reread the sections. You have a project management system, and it's so simple. And it's a way to capture ideas, capture your projects, capture the things you want to buy, so that, and it's something that you look at every single day. I look at this every single day. Okay, so you have a today's project section. You put maybe the projects you want to work on today, 2 to 3 things max, because otherwise you might be overwhelmed. Then you have a section that's business projects. I call it coaching projects, and that's the projects I work on in my business. Next one is business items to buy. Then personal projects, and then personal items to buy. And the next thing is waiting for response. So that is if I have any project that I've done my part and I need to pass on to someone else, I move the project into that section. Then I have in progress and completed tasks. And then I also have a section, because I'm brutal with gift certificates, and I always get gift certificates. Oh, I also have upcoming workshops and events in here, and I have a gift certificate section because I am one to basically get gift certificates and never take advantage of them or use them, and then they expire. So instead of keeping them in my wallet or keeping them in the card, an envelope when someone gave them to me, I put them in my projects. I'm like, oh, wicked, I should go to the movie because I have a movie gift certificate, or oh, I can use this LCBO ticket, this gift certificate, and give it to someone for a present because I don't use it. Or I want to go to this restaurant, so I'm going to use this gift certificate, right? So that's the project management. That's how I work. This is a way to really get more done. This is a way to really organize things, your ideas, your projects, your life, and I hope it helps you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. I know I love just things that are super simple systems, so that my brain works incredibly well. So thank you so much for watching. Also, if you're interested in coaching with me, definitely you can reach out. I have a thoughtful selling session. That's a free way to work with me. It's actually like a 30-minute call where you can come to me with your business, and I can look at where you're at in your business and some ideas that I might have for you, as well as maybe look at any roadblocks or things that maybe you haven't been thinking about, and then we can maybe help you strategize something next and whether or not you might want to coach with me. I'm very systematic in my coaching, but I'm also very mindset focused. So the way I work is it's really a 3-prong approach. I look at your influence. What are you doing for influence? So what are you doing for your marketing and sales? I look at your innovation. What are you doing for your thought leadership as well as your creativity? How are you getting yourself out there so that you're standing apart from the rest? And I look at your intuition. I look at your mindset and your energy. So how are you keeping your mindset on task? How are you able to do things when sometimes you don't feel like it? Are there systems that we could put in place so that if you have kind of a brain like me, that you actually get things done? And also, how do you keep your energy up, and how do you get those resources that you can do so? So that's how I work. I have a background in collective coaching. That's where I got trained in coaching. But I also have over 20 years sales and marketing experience as a sales manager and in marketing. So and as well, I'm a creative, right? So I also write for a living. I do films and write short films and documentaries, so it's another passion of mine. And I have a post-grad in journalism. So even though I have a degree in sociology, I then went back and did a post-grad in journalism. So I have a really good eye for language and words and writing. And so I take all these skills when we're coaching. So, you know, when you learn how to become a coach, you learn mostly how to coach, right? How to ask really great questions, how to help people through their blocks, or help people if they're self-sabotaging, that kind of thing, and really help them see a different perspective is what coaching is about. But the cool thing is I merge my coaching with a sense of consulting and my years of experience in business. So I would love to work with you if you like a coach that is someone like me and does the work that I do. I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. Bye.